In this video, we will show you how to add $MoCap to MetaHuman, and do facial and motion capture. You can find the download link of the finished project in the video description. We need to download the $MoCap main program, the Unreal Engine plugin. It is compatible with Unreal Engine version 4.26 and above. And we need to download the control rig for MetaHuman. Here, we have the main program of $MoCap, the Unreal Engine plugin, and the control rig for MetaHuman. Let's extract them. Next, let's create a new project and import a MetaHuman. During the import, there will be prompts to activate some settings. Activate all of them and then restart the project. Now proceed with the first step to copy the plugin and control rig. Let's copy the directory from the plugin. And the entire control rig directory into our project's content directory. Now, back in the project, we can see that the copied files have appeared. For the second step, we will activate the plugins. Go to the plugins window, and we need to activate the control rig and OSC. Activate them and restart the project again. Now let's open the animation blueprint in the $_MetaHuman. Double-click it, and click Yes to choose a skeleton. Select the MetaHuman base skeleton from the list of available skeletons. This completes the third step. Next, let's open the MetaHuman Blueprint. The name of the blueprint will depend on which MetaHuman was imported, so the name in your project may be different from what is shown in the video. Click on Class Settings, and in the Details view, find the Parent Class drop-down. Choose BP_$MoCap Actor from the options. Then we select the body mesh and change the animation mode to use the animation blueprint. We also set the animation class to the modified animation blueprint we worked on earlier. At this point, you will see the character in a T-pose. Now, let's create a new scene and add the MetaHuman blueprint to the scene. Additionally, we will add the BP_ receiver from the directory to the scene. The variables in BP_ receiver don't need to be modified. If you want to add motion capture to multiple characters in the same scene, you can add multiple $receiver and specify different ports for each of them. We won't demonstrate this here. When we select the MetaHuman, you will notice there's a $receiver variable. We need to assign the $receiver in the scene to this variable. After that, we can run the project. In the $MoCap software, click on the gear icon on the far right and check the Unreal Streaming option. You will see that the motion capture is now connected. Next, let's add facial capture. Let's first take a look at the facial expressions for facial capture. Facial expressions are typically achieved using morph targets. However, MetaHuman is a bit different. In the MetaHuman skeleton, you can find an AR-Kit mapping file. Open it, and you will see the poses used for facial capture and their corresponding morph target curves. Our goal is to use $MoCap's facial capture data to drive these poses and morph targets. Now, we proceed with the seventh step. On the left side of the screen is the body's animation blueprint, and on the right side is the facial animation blueprint. First, let's copy these two variables. Then, let's copy the event graph. After copying, let's connect it to Begin Play. Next is the Update function. We can add a sequence node here. This completes the seventh step. Then, in the animation graph, we'll do the mapping for facial expressions. These are the AR-Kit related nodes. Let's disconnect them. Next, we'll drag in a $MoCap Actor variable, left-click to get a connection and break, there will be a face data structure. We will again left-click to get a connection and break the structure. Now, we can see the facial capture data here, we will use them drive the poses. Let's add a Modify Curve node. In the Add Curve Pin option, you will find all the curves containing poses and morph targets. We'll start by adding an I blink left curve. Then, we connect this node to where the AR Kit node was previously connected. Back in the scene, we need to hide the character's glasses. When you run the project, you'll notice the character can now blink their left eye. Next, in the Modify Curve node, we'll add other poses one by one. All facial expressions are now properly mapped. A couple of things to note. We can ignore the tongue out here. Also, the Modify Curve node has a Mode option that needs to be set to Blend. Additionally, if you want to adjust the intensity of certain facial expressions, you can perform some numerical operations on the facial motion capture data. For example, dividing by 2 to reduce the intensity. If you want to know more about this, please leave a comment. Finally, let's take a look at the result.